Welcome everyone. Today's practice is devoted to the psoas. I have here an image and we are working supine and the aim of the class is to stretch the psoas. The psoas originates here on T12 and it runs through the front of the body and its insertion is right here inside the groin. It's one of our main hip flexors, so he helps us to do this movement, basically. So we use it all the time to run, to cycle. It's called the iliopsoas because there is another muscle that runs here inside the iliac cracks and joins the psoas here, really on the inside the groin. So this muscle can be the cause of your lower back pain. It can also be the cause of your difficulty in breathing. As you can see, it starts here, where also the diaphragm is. So if it's tight, the breath cannot flow down. It's also related to our fight or flight response. We run when we feel we are in danger. And sometimes we react to things thinking that we are in danger. Either if it's a real danger or it's just a perceived danger. So when we are anxious, stressed, in fear, this muscle will fire. So it's important, especially in times of stress or anxiety, to release the muscle. And here we're going to start. For today's practice, we need a block. If you don't have a yoga block, such as this one, get a thick book like a dictionary or even a shoebox, but please put something inside the shoebox so that it doesn't collapse. So this block is more or less 15 centimeters in length and probably 10 centimeters in height. Let's start. We are going to work supine. So laying on the back, knees are bent, feet are parallel to each other. Relax the shoulders move away from the ears. Maybe place your hands on top of the belly. Close the eyes and start to slow down the breath. And for the next 2 minutes or so, just focus your attention on the breath without judging it, without controlling it. Simply following each inhale and each exhale. And noticing how the body responds to the flow of the breath. Feeling the belly rising as we breathe in. Feeling the belly gently releasing down as we breathe out. Feeling the ribcage expanding as we breathe in. And gently contracting as we breathe out. Slow down the breath. Let it flow from the nostrils to the pelvis and from the pelvis to the nostrils. One more cycle of breath before we start to move. Open your eyes. Bring the hands and arms alongside the body. And the first movement that we will do will help us to assess if the psoas is tight or not. Don't be surprised if you may find out that one side of the body is tight and the other one is not. So let's start by sliding the left heel towards the front of the mat until the leg is straight. Some of us will be able to straighten the legs, some of us won't. And this depends on the hamstring, on the muscles on the back of the body. When they are tight, it's very hard to straighten the leg. Anyway, work as much as you can. Do not overdo it. Do not force it. Always listen to the body and let the body decide what's most appropriate for you today. So once the leg is straight or towards straight, start to press to the left heel, anchoring the left heel down and moving the toes towards the ceiling. Chin to the chest, relax the torso, relax the back of the neck, the jaw, the collarbones. And notice, tune in to your lower back and to the pelvis. Notice if it has shifted as the leg was moving towards the front of the body. If it has, probably there was some tension in the psoas. Couple more breaths here, listening, noticing what's happening in the front of your thigh. And then slowly bend the left knee and bring the left foot parallel to the right one. Place the foot down. Second side. Start to slide down the right leg towards the front of the mat. Stretch it as straight as you can and press to the right heel as the right toes point to the ceiling. Notice if there have been any changes in the lower back, if there is any pinching or shifting. Register any changes. And now think about lengthening this right leg by lifting the toes up towards the ceiling, anchoring down through the right heel. Notice the difference between the two legs and breathe where you feel the sticky, tight spots. One more cycle of breath, and then rebend the right leg and place the right foot parallel to the left one. Beautiful. Let's keep on working, building on what we have just done. Get your block and place it. So maybe bring the feet a tiny bit closer to your buttocks. Push the feet down and then lift the hips. Place the block under your pelvis. So your vertebrae are not on the block. Very important distinction. So my lumbar spine is not on the block. You're on the back of the pelvis. Maybe you need to readjust the shoulders, moving the tailbone towards the front, lengthening the tailbone. This should feel nice and comfortable. If it doesn't, you probably need to adjust the block. So we're going to repeat the same movement, lengthening the left leg towards the front of the mat, moving slowly, pressing the right heel down and lifting the toes. Now, I really would like you to concentrate in making this left leg long. Keep on pressing to the left heel, the toes point up. Some of us will be able to trace the shape of your psoas muscle here, if you follow my hand. Some of us won't. There is no right or wrong. It depends on shapes, personal muscles. This is plenty. Having the block under the sacrum helps to open the front of the body even more, so to increase the stretch. Now, for those who want to, so ask yourself now, do I need more? Is this enough? If this is plenty, then stay where you are. If you need more, come to the tippy toes of your right foot and then start to bring slowly your right knee towards your right shoulder. Check if this was a right decision or not. If it was, then bring your hands on top of your shin. And every time you exhale, bring the right knee closer to your shoulder, opening the psoas on your left side. Keep on pressing through the left heel, left toes point up towards the ceiling. If you don't flex the foot, the left foot, you won't have the same stretch. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. And remember, go only 70%, maybe 80% of your stretch. Don't overdo it. As soon as you overdo it, the brain sends danger message to the body and then the muscles tense. So it's super counterproductive to push too much. So go to your edge and don't go over it. We are going to hold the pose for 1, breathing to it, for 2, breathing into it. Inhale 3, exhale 4. Inhale 5, exhale 6. Inhale 7, exhale 8. Inhale 9, exhale 10. Beautiful. Super duper slowly. Bring the right foot on the floor. Start to slide this left heel, bending the knee and bringing the left foot next to the right. Notice the difference between the two legs. Hopefully the left one will feel a little bit more spacious and lighter. So second side, same thing. We start to stretch the right leg towards the front of the mat, sliding as much as you can the right heel to the floor, on the floor, until the right leg is completely straight, or as straight as you can. Press through the right heel, lift the right toes, elongate, lengthening, as if you could really stretching the whole side, the whole right side from the heel to your shoulder. Relax the neck, relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. And notice, in my case, I noticed that I shifted the pelvis to the right. If that's your case, rebalance the back of the pelvis on the block. So I shifted mine a tiny bit to the left. And here is where you need to ask yourself, is this enough? Am I getting what I need? If the answer is yes, you stay here. If the answer is this is too much, maybe micro bend the right knee. If the answer is I want more, you come to the toes of your left foot. You start to bring this left knee very slowly towards the left shoulder. You stay here and then you decide if it's a good idea to bring the hands on top of the shins and guide this left knee towards your left shoulder. Keep on pressing through the right heel. Keep on lifting the right toes. Every time you exhale, you have the opportunity to bring this left knee towards the left shoulder, a little bit closer to it. And by doing so, you open the psoas. You open the iliopsoas. A little bit more. Breathe into the sticky spots. Breathe where you feel the sensation. Keep on pressing through your right heel. Make sure your right foot is not twisting to one side, especially the right side. so that your leg is not turning. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Inhale, 5. Exhale, 6. Inhale, 7. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 9. Exhale, 10. Beautiful. Super duper slowly. Bring your left foot on the floor. And then equally slowly bring the right foot in parallel to your left one. Nice. Notice the difference between the two sides. Remove the block from underneath your pelvis. Keep it on your side. We might need to use it again. And then slowly, slowly lower the pelvis down on the floor. And check. The lower back will feel a little bit weird at first. So we take just a few seconds to re-establish the natural line of the spine. Have your hands on the lower part of your abdomen. We're just going to do a few pelvic tilts. Imagine your pelvis is like a wheel that spills forward and back, forward and back. We are going to repeat this a couple of times. Inhale, pelvis drop forward, belly rises, lower back arches away. Exhale, pelvis drop back, and belly scoops in. Lower back touches the floor. Try to move using your lower abs rather than your legs. Inhale, pelvis drop forward, belly rises, lower back arches away. Do not use the legs, use your lower abs. Exhale, belly scoops in, pelvis moves backwards, and lower back touches the floor. Do not use your legs. I know it's tempting. Inhale, pelvis rock forward, belly rises, lower back moves away off the floor. Exhale, pelvis rocks backwards, belly scoops in, and lower back touches the floor. Beautiful. Bring your heels so that they are closer to your buttocks. Press the hands down, press the shoulders down, and notice how immediately you feel an opening across the collarbones, across the chest. We are going to do bridge pose. And in bridge pose, we open the hip flexors. So the psoas will stretch as we are stretching the front of the body. Press the hands down and press the feet down and start to rise with inhale. Pelvis, lower back, mid back, upper back. And when you're here, roll the shoulder head under, interlace the hands under the sacrum, and push the floor away, pressing through the feet, through the hands, through the arms, to the top of the shoulder. Lengthen the tailbone towards the back of the knees, finding a long spine. And here you'll probably feel again the psoas speaking to you. If the psoas is tight in any back bends, if the hip flexors are tight in general, we can't lift. So sometimes people say, oh, come back and my lower back is stiff. No, that's not sometimes, or most of the time, does not depend on the lower back. It depends on your hip flexors. So we're going to hold it for 1, for 2, keep on pressing, for 3, for 4, for 5. Beautiful. On the exhale, release the lacing of the hands and lower down vertebra by vertebra, upper back, mid back, lower back, and pelvis. Nice job. One more time, bridge pose. Starting with the hands alongside the body, pressing the hands down, pressing the arms down. Here we rise with the inhale. Pelvis, lower back, mid back, Upper back, chin to the chest, roll the shoulder right under, interlace the hands, and now work your hands, your arms, the top of the shoulders, the feet, rise and lengthen the tailbone towards the back of the knees. Feel the whole torso stretching from your abdomen to your knees, basically. Press through the feet, holding it for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5. Release the lacing of the hands and exhale, vertebra by vertebra, upper back, mid back, lower back, and pelvis. Beautiful. Have your feet as wide as the mat. Move them a little bit forward and just windshield wiper the leg. Inhale up, exhale to the side. 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 Inhale up, 2 more, exhale to the side. Inhale up, exhale to the side. Come to the center. Place your feet so that they are parallel to each other. And we're going to do one last psoas stretch. We're stretching the psoas from the side now. So we're going to do climb. So inhale, and as we exhale, we open the right knee to the side. What is tricky in this pose is that the pelvis stay neutral. Maybe place your hands here on top of the hip bones just to make sure that the pelvis is not shifting. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, moving slowly to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Relax the jaw, relax the back of the neck. Inhale, open your right knee to the side without shifting anything on the back of the pelvis and on the lower back. It looks easy, it's much harder than what it looks. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Second side. So keep your hands here on the lower part of the abdomen or on the of the belly or here on the hip bones. Inhale, open, left knee. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open, moving really slowly. Exhale, close. And using more our abductors rather than your glutes. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Beautiful. Let's check if this little routine has worked. Let's see if you feel that the psoas has released. So let's do the pose that we've done at the beginning of class, stretching your left leg towards the front, pressing to the left heel, and lifting the left toes, and check. Hopefully now the pose will feel a little bit easier, a little bit smoother. Rebend the left knee, bring the left foot in line with the right, and let's check the psoas on the right side. Feel all the sensations in the body. And now rebend the knee, placing the right foot next to the left. You can repeat these exercises, these poses as much as you can and you want and you need. And also you can stay If there is one side that you feel is tighter, you can stay there for longer. Roll to one side, pressing to the hands, come up to sitting cross-legged. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Join the hands at the top, bring them at the heart and bow. Bow to yourself. For this time, you're dedicating to yourself and your well-being. Inhale, lift the head and open the eyes. Namaste.